I've been making beer for about 20 years now. Most of that time as a home brewer, but for the last 3 or 4 years as owner of Sapwood Cellars Brewery in Columbia, Maryland. I've been playing video games for actually probably more than 30 years at this point. And so I thought it'd be fun to sort of combine those two things, sit down with this demo for Brewmaster. It's a home brewing simulator, and give it some honest feedback and some hopefully some fun making beer on a computer. I guess let's get started. I really don't know what the sort of goal of this game is, other than sort of simulator. I guess it's rather than driving a Euro truck, I'll be making beer at home. Wow, those sound effects are so lifelike and realistic. Okay, welcome to the Brewmaster Beer Brewing Simulator demo. In this small taster, you'll get to play through an early season in the game, which includes a story stage, jobs to complete, and of course, beers to brew. The game is still in development, so you may encounter some minor issues during your playthrough. Your feedback and bug reports are always welcome. The full version of the game will include a comprehensive guided tutorial, a full story with multiple characters, a multitude of jobs, competitions, and achievements, a free play sandbox mode, hundreds more ingredients, equipment, and cosmetics/furniture, a recipe creator and ability to share recipes on Steam Workshop, support for multiple languages, and more. I'm coming to this pretty blind. I remember reading when this was announced probably more than a year ago at this point, and I saw the demo was up, so I thought it'd be a fun time to jump in. Oh, and here we are in my home away from home, beautiful stone walls. Oh yeah, there are not many brewers who can afford a place like this. Got some radiators. I don't know if that'll come into temperature fermentation control or not. It looks like, where are we going over here? Now, story objectives. Open the Brewer's Quarterly magazine. Now, and there we are, the Brewer's Quarterly. How do I open this? Tip, welcome to Brewmaster Demo. To get started, pick up the Brewer's Quarterly magazine. I'm clicking on it. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that behind my microphone. Read E. Publisher, I guess, of Brewer's Quarterly. Greetings, brewer. Do you know what the best thing about brewing beer is? People want to drink it. Few folks in the world are more popular than a home brewer. I'm not sure he's met a lot of home brewers. I've sent a copy of the Brewer's Quarterly, a magazine run by the Community Brew Club. That's an ambitious brew club, including yours truly. Each issue contains a bounty for home brewers, recipes, articles, a catalog, and last but not least, jobs. There are not a lot of jobs out there for homebrewers brewing beer, but we'll see what that is. If it's trying to get, maybe we can eventually get to be a brewer at a brew pub or something. Which brings me back to your popularity. A brewer's services are always in demand, and jobs are a great way to earn an income whilst increasing your brewing mastery. Why not give one a go? Okay, we need to complete a job. Let's see. The magazine for homebrewers, the Brewer's Quarterly, Spring Edition. New recipes to try, a American Stout extract. So I guess we'll be doing an extract beers using malt extract rather than mashing grain and whatever. So it's a good way to start homebrewing. It's probably a good way to learn the sort of basic mechanics of this game. An American Pale Ale, British Strong Ale, and some exciting jobs. Dark Matter, it's a unique job, and Sensational Citrus. I don't know if that's a citrus IPA or what. We'll see. Okay. Dark Matter. Requirements. Batch size is small. Use the ingredient dark malt extract. And bonus requirements. SRM is at least 20. So SRM is just the color of the beer. So 20 would be sort of like dark, not even dark brown. So, sort of brown. Brown ale might be about 20 SRM. A local band wish to mark the release of their first record, a space-themed concept album with a beer, quote, as dark as the depths of the universe. That's quite dark, probably darker than 20 SRM, I would guess. Quarterly readers are invited to submit an appropriate dusky brew. Jeff's tip, I think that was Jeff that wrote us that letter. The recipe American Stout Extract is ideal for this job as it uses dark malt extract. We've got some rewards there. Mastery, so we get 1 mastery if we do this. Your reputation in the brewing world. Complete jobs and competition to increase your mastery level. Each new level grants rewards as well as unlocking new jobs, recipes, and items in the catalog. And we get 50 beer tokens. Beer tokens can be used to purchase items in the catalog. You can earn beer tokens from jobs, competitions, reaching a new mastery level, and increasing your reputation with local breweries. Commercial slots, once unlocked, can provide an additional income per season. Okay. And then we get a bonus of an additional mastery. And then there's also Sensational Citrus. Another small batch contains the flavor note of citrus. And a bonus requirement, IBUs at least 20. So IBUs, international bittering units, are just a measure of how much isomerized alpha acids in the beer. So how bitter it might taste, although that's sort of a more complex question that probably we aren't going to get into. The organizers of a local food festival are looking for a special beer to celebrate this year's theme of sensational citrus and welcome submissions from quarterly readers. The American Pale Ale recipe has citrus flavor notes, and we get some rewards from that one too, including a pink one, an Auric digital bottle cap. I think that's one of the companies that made this game. I am drinking an IPA at the moment, so I guess we'll give the sensational citrus straightforward. Let's track that job. I don't know what this plus button does. Okay, I definitely don't want to submit the beer. I haven't brewed yet. Okay, let's go to the next page. These are some amazingly specific, down to the 0.000% on the ABV and the IBUs. 185 SRM sounds pretty dark for a stout. Most of our even imperial stouts rarely go over 80 or 90 SRM. Even 30 or 40 SRM is pretty much black. And once you get that sort of level of color, odds are you're getting some sharper, roastier notes. Carbonation, 2.6 volumes. Original gravity, 1065. Final gravity, 1013. Okay. But let's not spend too much on this one. Let's go over to the American Pale Ale, which I think the photo looks pretty similar. I think they just haven't loaded in enough photos yet, but certainly looks more like a pale ale, although not a particularly good pale ale. It looks a little gray, and the head retention is not too good. So let's see. 45 IBUs, 4.830 ABV, starting at 1044. That's just a measurement of how much density the liquid has before fermentation, and finishing at 1.007. That change helps us to calculate the alcohol when we're using hydrometers or refractometers in real brewing. I don't know if we'll be using those here. Another extract recipe. So description. A great recipe to start out with is an extract one. Accurate. This recipe will show you how to make an American Pale Ale, a style that you likely already know well. I think we've all had a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale and lots of other great Pale Ales out there. It's not too hoppy or high in alcohol, but it's got a great balance of sweetness and hoppiness that is typical from American-style hops. I'm not sure what American-style hops are or if they're grown anywhere else, but they're certainly grown in America. So it's what sort of flavors we're looking for. Malty and sweet, 7.04, I assume, out of 10. Crisp and clean, 6.98. Hoppy and bitter, 4.54. I mean, you can certainly group hoppy and bitter together, but usually you're going to talk about hop bitterness and then hop aroma or something like that, probably separate categories. Flavor notes, grapefruit, citrus, pine, floral, lemon, so a lot of sort of citrusy notes. I assume we'll be adding some Cascade or Citra or something like that. Let's see what kind of equipment we need. A brew container, a fermentation container, a conditioning container, some ultra pale crystal malt. I have no idea what those hops are. I think they may have made up some varieties. Troe and Wenatachi. Who knows? SoCal ale yeast, that's sort of American ale yeast. 150 grams, sounds like a lot. just 2 kilograms of light malt extract and some corn sugar. I guess the corn sugar will probably be for priming for bottle conditioning, but I guess we'll find out. And we've got some steps here. Hopefully there's somewhere for me to take a look at these other than coming back to the magazine. But we'll start out with add 21 liters of water to the brew container and heat to 65 degrees Celsius. The containers can be found in the equipment. Oh, I see. Oh, pin the recipe. British Strong Ale. Okay, I think that's it. And escape to get back. Okay. Oh, and there's our recipe there. That's very convenient. Now this is the furniture cupboard. I'm not sure that's what we need. No. We have wall decorations and a Beer Advocate logo cosmetic glass. Storing the container will clean its contents. Might as well. It might be a little early to start drinking. It's 10 a.m., but I can put a Beer Advocate glass out. Rotate. Oh, there we go. Gotta see the logo. I spent a lot of time on Beer Advocate when I started getting into beer in college, finding new styles and great examples of styles before Untapped became sort of the powerhouse it is today. Okay. So I think I need. How do I open this? Oh, I'm in build mode. I probably don't want. Okay, there we go. Equipment cupboard. So I need a brew container. I think we would normally call this a kettle or something like that. No, I don't. Let's see. How do I select it? Oh, just double tap. Okay. Where am I going with this? I am going. Need water. 21 liters of water. Okay, put it in the sink. Oh, no. Remove lid V. No, can't get water in there without that. And let's get some water in there. I don't know how to tell how much water is in there. Let's see what this X-ray is. There we go. Hopefully I have maybe an undersink carbon filter. One of the most important things in brewing is making sure water tastes good. Chlorine, chloramines can react with the wort and create chlorophenols, which are like a really harsh tasting, like medicinal Band-Aid sort of flavor. So usually people use carbon filtered water unless they're on well water. And judging from this beautiful cabin I'm in, maybe I'm on well water. I don't know. I can adjust my shades. We're filling up quick. I don't know if I'm filling with hot water. 10 degrees Celsius. I'm pretty good with liters and kilometers and whatnot, but Celsius is always tricky. 10 Celsius does not sound like hot water, though. Hot water would probably be 40 Celsius. So I think I'm filling it with cold water, which is what we usually want. Currently, the original gravity is 1, which makes sense. Assuming this is distilled water, odds are it's a little bit higher than that. I have 25 liter capacity in my pot. I've got 10 liters in. The water is slowly filling. I guess this is a real-time thing. Hopefully I won't have to be sitting around for, 2 weeks to make this batch of beer on my computer. Hopefully it will skip time at some point. So far, it's a pretty good-looking game. I don't know, the value of being able to see all these things versus just sort of having something that's a little bit more simplistic. But I guess that's sort of the simulator genre. Whether you're power washing or driving a Euro truck or whatever it is, it's honestly not genre that I actually have any experience with. I'm more action adventure RPG sort of guy for the most part. But when something this close to my wheelhouse comes in, I guess I should. So I can't be on the tap and see how much water is. This is going to be. I guess we'll see how harshly they judge me. Usually you'd probably have some markings on your pot or something like that. Okay, here we go. Getting close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off. See how we did. Oof, a little slow. Let's see if I can just do it a little quick. Yeah, hopefully that's good enough. 0.02 liters over. And then I can pick this up. What am I doing? I'm going to heat it. I assume on this burner over here. On the kitchen hob. I assume that's hot plate. I don't know if I guess with the name like Auric, they might be British. Kitchen hob. Oh, set temperature, E. Okay, so increase. I guess I want full blast. And set temperature. So temperature is 3.02 minute. So I'm guessing that is every minute it's going up 3 degrees Celsius. I'm trying to get it up to 65 degrees Celsius. I guess we'll look around. I don't know if I can. No, I guess. Oh, that may have just been a. Oh, that's odd. I don't know what I've done there. I guess I can get at the malt extract from fridge freezer. Okay. I need light malt extract 2 kilograms. B. Dark malt extract, light malt extract. I can't select 2 kilograms. Can I get 1 kilo? Okay, I can get 1 kilogram twice. Okay. Add 21 liters of water to brew container and heat to 65 Celsius. I'm at 15 Celsius. That's not too bad. What happens if I hit next? Can I see what's coming up? Oh, that checks off what I've already done. Excellent. Okay. I can put this away. So let's see what this T for the time is. Ah, there we go. I can go to 2x. Or 5x. $10x. Oh, 100. That's a little tricky. The difference between 10x and 100x feels like a lot. No, that might not be too bad. This is going to be a lot of. Do I want to take my time and hit things correctly, or do I want to spin the wheel when I get close? Oh, there we go. 65 degrees Celsius. Okay, now, how do I get... Oh, close watch, T. And let's get out that malt extract, and R pour. And increase the pour. Well, there we go. There we go. I watch it go in. Now look at that. 1,000 grams exactly. Usually the malt extract, particularly if it's right out of the fridge, would probably have stuck quite a bit. Stop pouring. And that was 1 kilogram in. I don't know why my specific gravity still seems so low. Oh, no. Don't want to grab that. I want to pour. And tilt again. Oh, you can see the flame going. It's a pretty good liquid simulation, I guess. I'm pretty close to missing the pot. I don't think I have any way to control that. And it's all in. And that knocked down my temperature quite a bit. Oh, but I thought I turned off the stove, but I must not have. How do I get rid of this? I probably hit stow item F. Yeah, it seems like the specific gravity shouldn't be going up. I guess it's just like mixing in slowly. It's a little confusing there. It should sort of be stable, I would think. I don't know why it's going up like that. Probably should turn up the heat. Well, it is already up. Temperature's getting higher. I guess we'll speed it up again to get up to. No, they've modeled in evaporation. Seems like a lot of evaporation for being only at 65 degrees. Honestly, at this stage, the temperature isn't too important. I can check off that stage. Nope. Oh, my temperature's coming up. I guess I should turn down. Nope, I don't know what I'm... Oh, I have to get out of this, and I have to then do this. I don't know if I just want to turn it down to medium. Let's see what that does. Set it. Nope, the temperature says it's cooling 0.3 degrees per minute, so I want a 1 notch higher. Let's see how that does. Temperature going up. 0.16. Seems fine. Retrieve steepable grains, 400 grams of ultra pale crystal. So crystal's going to add probably just a little sort of light caramel flavor. Look at that. I don't know if anyone else lives in this house that all I have is brewing ingredients. There's my crystal malt already in a little muslin bag of some sort. Oh, I didn't really pay attention. Was it 400 grams? Let's see. Oh, perfect. So now, and add to brew container. Okay. Place item. Okay. I've done that. Hold water at 65°C. I've done that for 1 hour. So it is 10, let's call that 10:45. Honestly, steeping grain is not really that temperature dependent. If we were mashing, there's enzymes involved, and those can be affected by temperature. But for just steeping specialty malt like crystal or chocolate malt or something like that, it doesn't really matter. Our SRM is already creeping up a little bit, which is a little disturbing. 21 SRM, again, is sort of like a brown ale, and I don't know why that's so dark already. Specific gravity is still going up. I'm not sure what the unit of the protein measurement is. Specific gravity and original gravity are the same now. Specific gravity, I assume, is the current gravity, and so the original gravity will probably just stay at where the highest level was. Fermentable sugars is going up. Unfermentable sugars is going up. I assume that's like grams per liter, something like that. Sounds about right. Well, that's actually a little high. I don't know. I don't know. No, I can just put my stuff over there. I guess let's speed it up. We're going to what'd I say? Like 11:45 for that hour. Time flies when you're having fun. Since I don't have any homebrew on hand, since this is my first batch, I don't have any homebrew to drink. I'm sad to see I didn't have any beer in the fridge that I saw. But I guess time's going quicker when you're just staring at and not doing anything else. Oh, there we go. Oh, I guess I can go to... Ooh! That goes quick. Okay, that's good. Hold water, we've done that. And I can remove this. and then I can, just like a real homebrewer, just dump everything on the counter. I don't know if there's a trash I can open. Okay, next step, done. Remove steepable, oh, already did that. Remove steepable grains. Heat water to boiling. Okay, so I guess I go back in here, and let's bump up that temp. And we're getting 1 Celsius a minute, so that's going to take about half an hour. That's not too bad getting to a boil. Usually, a lot of homebrewers I certainly ended up with a turkey fryer outdoors and a propane tank for a little bit faster heating, but also it's nice for cleanup, that you're not putting your spent grain down on the counter inside where maybe someone wants to make their lunch or whatever. Yeah. Let's see, it can go faster again. No, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Oh, you know what I should be doing is, what happened to that lid? Get the lid on. There we go. That should help me get to the boil a little faster. Stop evaporation. No, that does not seem to, they have not modeled in evaporation heat loss, even though I'm not, this is taking quite a while. Now, as I get closer and closer to the boil, I'm going slower and slower and slower. 100 Celsius is boiling, assuming we are right around sea level, although the sugars generally would raise the temperature a bit. I'm getting really close to a boil. I'm only getting 3 degrees Celsius an hour, which is not great. Let's get rid of that. Let's remove the lid. Oh, I can hear it boiling. So this is the wort. I will have to get the hops from the freezer. Well, that's coming up. So I need tro. I'm not even sure what that's supposed to be a reference to. I know there a decent number of hops are copyrighted, the names, so I don't know if they were worried about using Citra or Simcoe. There are a lot of public domain hops, though, so I don't know. No, I didn't pay attention again. 20 grams of that and 50 grams of Wanatachi. Let's see, 20 grams of this. Okay, and 50 grams of Wanatachi. Oh, 50 grams. That's a pretty sort of low hopping rate, I would say. Are we boiling yet? Getting close, but let's get it. Seem to be pretty specific about getting it right to a boil. Just get over a boil. No, I just spent quite a while boiling that, and it's close enough, I'm gonna say. Let's get rid of that watch again, and let's add our 20 grams of tro. Okay. Boil 50 minutes, so it is 15:16, and so we're going to about 5 past 4 o'clock. And so let's hustle this along a little bit. Boiling with the lid off to keep it from boiling over. It's not really a big deal for extract. Extract has most of the DMS, the dimethyl sulfate, evaporated during the processing, so it's not as important to boil with the lid off, but doesn't hurt. Also allows some evaporation. And okay, another 2 or 3 minutes. And then we will add the Wanatachi. Now we can see the IBUs, which are weirdly listed as SRM. So I'm going to assume we're leaving that in there. It doesn't say to remove it. Let's see. Yeah, remove hops after this step, so I'll be adding these. These are slick little hop containment systems. I don't know if that's based on something real. I've never seen anything quite like that before. And 10 more minutes, so 16, 15. And our boil will be about done. So usually what I think what I would do would be to turn off my instinct would be to turn that off first to end the boil. And then that, and then let's remove these and remove those. And just making a mess. I live by myself, all I do is brew. Might as well make a mess. Remove hops from the brew. Done. Cool the wort to 20 degrees Celsius. Use the calendar in the workshop to skip one day. So I guess I assume there will be wort chillers at some point, but for the time being, I guess I'm just using the put the lid on and forget about it for 24 hours. So I guess let's use the calendar to skip ahead one day. Do I just click on this? Oh, open calendar. 1 day forward. There's nothing inherently wrong with this approach. You might lose some hop aromatics just having it sit there, without fermentation, but shouldn't be a big deal. Let's see. Yep, 20.04. So luckily, I guess it was 20 degrees Celsius in my house. That SRM again, I don't know if I boiled it too long or something like that. 27.6 would be a good stout. 47 IBUs is certainly about 1-to-1 IBU to standard gravity is sort of pretty classic for like a West Coasty classic pale ale. This is definitely not particularly New Englandy. We'll see if we're dry hopping this or anything like that. So what am I doing next? Okay, we've cooled the wort. Retrieve a fermentation container from the equipment cupboard. Okay. Oh, wow. Sort of a Spidell look. I feel like this is a bigger one than they usually, let's see. So I assume I can take the lid off that the same way. Okay, I can remove the lid. Okay. I saw some siphon tubing back here. Let's see. Tubes. Okay. Attach the tube. Transfer the beer. Okay. Let's see how that works. I guess I'll probably have to remove the lid from here. And I didn't get the siphon tubing. Let's grab it again. Tube and connect tube. Is that it? There we go. Okay, and so container and then pour wort into fermentation. Oh, it said pour, but siphoning, even though the siphon goes, I guess down through the cabinet and up through the floor. That's a homebrewer's dream. And now I will, while that's going, get the yeast. SoCal number 1. I guess that's a little picture of yeast. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't give me a choice for how much. Okay. So I was thinking 150 grams earlier was dry yeast, but this is liquid yeast. That's fine. That's fine. Let that warm up. Usually I would have pulled that out probably earlier if I was really brewing to let it warm up to room temperature, but so my siphon's going. You see that volume going down, that going. My siphon keeps getting stuck. Guess that's it. Okay. Okay. Now I will pour in. I probably should remove the siphon tube. But there is my 150 grams. Okay. Stop pouring. Put my trash away. Detach. No, hold to detach. Okay. I guess we're not doing any sort of sanitation or anything like that. I think I saw in one of their updates that they're planning on adding contamination and some other things. So I don't know if you'll get penalized or make bad beer for. I guess we can at least put that in the sink and turn on the water, start soaking it. Let's see if I can. I guess I should at least put the lid on. Okay, I pitched it. Well, I don't know if you can hear my dog barking. He's upset I'm in the basement making beer rather than hanging out on the couch with him. Me drinking beer, him eating kibble or something. I'll be interested to see if that airlock even goes. I don't know where I should put that. Good looking fermenter. Soaking that. See if I get some PPW or something in there. Okay, leave it for 15 days. That's a little bit aggressive. Usually, sort of a good healthy fermentation should be done in 4 or 5 days, I would think at the most. It certainly I feels a little so far. I guess it's very sort of like classic homebrewing advice. Sort of what I was getting when I started homebrewing in about 2006. Sort of the you should have to wait a little bit longer. A lot of sort of early boil hops, not a lot of whirlpool sort of additions. I don't think I saw any dry hops in this recipe. I should probably. Yeah, it really matters if I clean up or not. We'll see if I get points or not deducted for not cleaning up. But let's skip ahead. I think it said. Well, here, let's. I'm just interested to go ahead 2 days and see fermentation. Okay. Is that airlock going? I don't. It's sort of a weird little sort of jiggling thing. ABV is 0.18%. Not that great. Not a lot of fermentation 2 days in. Standard gravity has only dropped 2 points, which is, I would be very worried about this. I should have made a yeast starter, but I guess we'll just, nothing we can do now. I guess I could have pitched more yeast. So I did 2 days already, and it wanted 15, so I can do, 13 more? This is a real, I feel like I'm just staring at that calendar. I don't have a job. I don't eat. I don't move. I'm just, counting the days until the beer is ready to drink. And so luckily, I'm ahead. Let's check on that fermentation. Now, the color went way down. I don't know what that is about, but 9.8 SRM is still maybe a little bit dark. Temperature's good, 4.87% ABV. I think that 1.011 was the specific gravity they had targeted. Carbonation honestly sounds about right, 0.7. Just, laying all that CO2 out through the airlock. So that thing on the top should let CO2 bubble out, but wouldn't let oxygen back in. Oxygen is the enemy of beer once it starts fermenting. That's how you get sort of cardboard or wet paper, all sorts of off flavors. Okay, so I left it for that long. Retrieve other ingredients from cupboard and add to fermentation container. 170 grams of corn sugar. Okay, that was over here. And sugar. And again, I don't seem to be able to pick an amount. It's just a 500 gram bag. I guess I will just be tilting it in. I don't want to pick it up. are before. Attach lid, rotate. I can spin this. That's not very helpful. Retrieve other ingredients from ingredient cupboard and add to fermentation container. Corn sugar. Am I not tall enough? Do I have to put this on the floor? Tap. If I put it somewhere else, put it over here. No, I don't know why I couldn't pour it in before. So am I just eyeballing this? Is it 170? I think we're going to call that good enough. I don't want to over prime this. Stop pouring. Oh, I'm transferring this to a conditioning vessel. This is a little bit of an odd setup. So usually at this stage I would add the priming sugar and either go into a keg or bottles. But this looks like it has a sort of a little pressure vessel. Seems a little dangerous, but luckily it's just a computer game, so there's very low chance of anything actually exploding and painting my ceiling with beer. Oh, so this is okay. So it wanted me to just pour it before, which makes sense, and now I've already had my practice. But now I can connect. Oh, does it? I have to remove the lid. And then stow that. Hold E to detach. I just want to open or close. I just want to open or close. And then we're going. So my siphon is going. I guess it's not really a siphon. It's just going in there. Oh, wow. That started fermenting very quickly, it seems like, after I add that sugar. Probably would have made sense just to add sugar directly to the conditioning vessel. If I was doing this, I probably would also have done a little CO2 purge on there. Even with a really gentle transfer, you're going to be splashing and picking up some oxygen. Although I guess the re-fermentation with the sugar should sort of scrub that out. The yeast love oxygen. If they're actively fermenting, it's probably not the end of the world. You can see the specific gravity bumped up a little. It was down to 1.011, and so it's gone up to 1.014. So that's the sugar I added. Those numbers are sort of jumping all over the place a little bit. It's sort of going. I guess let's speed up time a little bit. Oh wow, you can see that transfer going, and that's it. I think that transfer is done, so I think I can get off of that. And let's detach that tube. And I guess let's put the lid back on there. Retrieve tube, beer to conditioning. Okay, we're done with that one. Leave to condition 21 days. I'm not going to have a beer very soon, it sounds like. So, I mean, 3 weeks isn't crazy. That certainly would be more than enough time for a pale ale. I don't know where I should put this. I guess I can put it over here by the radiator. Make sure we get a good re-fermentation. No, I can't put it over there by the radiator. I'll put it here. I'm just going to continue, not cleaning anything up. Just really stacking my junk up. Not even going to deal with this hose. sugar, bags of sugar everywhere. That's fine. I'm a bachelor, clearly. No one has come in to check on me. I don't know if I can... What would that say? Advanced season's not available in demo. Okay, so I guess this is the spring season, which is why I'm making a pale ale. And now I guess that's another 21 days of me staring at the calendar. Okay. Let's see where this is going. 21 days. Advance. Sort of feels like that scene on the boat with Willy Wonka where he's singing and scarring children. Day in, day out, all there is the next batch of beer. Nothing but beer. The pale ale is all there is. My life will continue when there is pale ale to drink, but until then, I stare at the calendar, waiting, watching, counting the days until finally my beer is carbonated. Almost there. So far we're more than a month in, almost 40 days, and we still have not gotten to drink any beer. That's okay. There's my 21 days of conditioning. Taste and package your beer. Excellent. So, the taps in the tasting room. I guess this is not the tasting room. No, I haven't even been over here. Oh, look at that. I should have been hanging out in here. I've got, I don't know if the full game will have little barrels. It looks like those look like small barrel racks, or maybe probably too many of them to be cask racks for naturally conditioned beer. Okay. There you go. Nope. Really splashing that. So I don't really understand how this works, since I've got in this thing that's got a little spigot at the bottom. I don't know how that connects to the taps. I don't know if it goes... You sort of figure under here is a refrigerator, so if I open this up, I would be able to get in there. That does not seem to be working. Does it go in there directly? Oh, do I click? Oh, taste beer. Why did? Of course, it's hit the E button to taste beer. And there it is. 9.8 SRM. Moderate carbonation seems about right. It's a hazy beer, so that's not... I mean, it's what people want these days. There really wasn't anything in there that should make it hazy. But I guess I didn't cold condition it for very long. It didn't have any fining agents to help to pull out particulate. Now, slightly malty sweet. I can't remember. I think it was supposed to be like very malty sweet or something like that. Not sour or tart, not dark or roasted. Got malty sweet, hoppy bitter, fruit and spice. Caramel I don't remember being mentioned in the I remember grapefruit and citrus and honey and pine, nutty. And that all sounds like, I mean, again, sort of like a classic, Sierra Nevada type of pale ale. Certainly not the sort of super juicy, hazy kind of things. They're being sort of the flavor of the last few years. But this is certainly a classic pale ale. It says 0% alcohol over there for some reason. I don't know if that's just so this is missing right now. You'd think that this would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So eight is about the most you can get on the spider chart, but it doesn't actually have the sort of tracing of the comparative flavors. 5.3% ABV, so I got quite a bit of alcohol from that re-fermentation. 50 IBUs, which I feel like was higher than it was before. Contamination, so it was body. Body or mouthfeel, I don't know why this would be a full body at 10-11 final gravity. Certainly doesn't seem like it would be. The texture and thickness of the beer, ranging from very thin to very heavy. So full, maybe more in the middle. Body is affected by protein, carbonation, dissolved ingredients, and sugars. Original gravity, the gravity of liquid is measured of its density versus pure water. So this is started about 5% denser than pure water, so sort of 5% sugar by weight in a very sort of general term. Contamination, 1.9. It's unclear what that's out of. The amount of off flavors in your beer. The lower the contamination, the higher the quality of the beer. Contamination can be reduced by good brewing practices, such as leaving the lid off when boiling wort, or so that unwanted chemicals can escape. So they're talking about DMS. For the full list, see the contamination article in the Brewpedia. So I guess it's more off flavors, since DMS wouldn't. I would think of contamination more as like microbial contamination. I think they're using it more as like presence of off flavors. Final gravity. The gravity of the liquid is measured the density versus pure water again. Final gravity is the gravity of the beer after fermentation. Okay. Oh, so we've got our matched a bunch of things. Well, I thought I had 2.5 volumes of CO2. Yeah, 2.5. Why didn't I match 2 to 2.5? I guess it does not count the endpoints. Enough flavor notes matched. Now, I didn't match enough flavor notes. Clarity, brilliantly clear to slightly hazy. I'm not sure what I would have done to change that. Maybe I just boiled it too long or something. Medium to light body. Again, I don't know why my body was so full. So it's closest to American Pale Ale, which is good because that's what I was trying to make. It seems odd that American Porter is there, but I guess it just looks like, sort of the standard flavors met, I guess. Malty, sweet, hoppy, and bitter sounds like it would describe, 90% of beers. Body was close. So yeah, I mean, it's the trick with something like matching a style is that I think some things are more important than others. So not having the standard flavor dark and roasty, I think would put it further away than 54%. But I guess 54% might be a reasonably accurate assessment. It's a porter without the roasted malt would probably be 54% of the way there. With everything else. Okay, brew room use only. Oh, here we go. I guess we'll call this the instead of a pale ale, it's a pale fail. Okay. Look at that. I guess I'll 9 SRM. I think it might be more of an amber ale, honestly. No, don't have any other bottle choices, so I guess we're going with that. Tasting glass. What did this look good in? None of these are. Yeah, we'll just go classic pint glass. Nope, classic pint glass. No, the Nonic pint. Ooh, label maker, label template. Yeah, that works pretty well. It sort of looks like the goat has his eyes crossed a little bit or something like that. We'll stick with that, even though I assume that's supposed to be a Bach label. Illustration border. Not clear what I'm moving here. This may just not have. Oh wow, this is rather in depth. Sure. Background. There we go. So I guess I can change all this stuff. That's that. Okay. Wow, this is intense. I wonder if you can actually print out the labels in some way. I could sell you the labels for your real homebrew. There we go. Checkmark. The organizers of the local food festival. Oh, that's just what it said before. I guess I've done it. Now, I guess they weren't being as critical as I thought they might be. So that really was it. Batch size is small, contains the flavor note citrus, and IBUs at least 20, and mine were 50. Oh, so this is, I've met the requirements, now I can submit the beer. Okay. There we go, and I have leveled up. I am now, on the scale from novice to homebrewer, I am 100% homebrewer. Thank you so much for playing. So I guess that's it. I really could have come up with a more attractive photo of a beer than that one. That just looks like murky dishwater. Probably murky dishwater might have better head retention. So I thought that was sort of a really fun, you know, simulator for making a beer. It obviously at this point doesn't have a lot of creativity or choice or anything like that. You know, not a lot of different ingredients or equipment, but it really just took me a few minutes to sort of figure out how to pour things in. Certainly a couple little, I don't know if they were glitches or if I just wasn't clicking something correctly, getting the sugar to pour in. But this was a lot of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me make a beer digitally. It'll be fun to see this once it comes out as sort of a finished game, and we get to play around with more ingredients and see what other sort of challenges and things like that it has, or get to recreate some of my favorite homebrew batches in here and see what the organizers for the local homebrew competition think about it. So cheers! Thanks for watching this. Please support this game developer. Hopefully the final version is out before too long, and I guess I'll catch you on the next one. And between then and now, I'll be practicing brewing on the big system at the brewery, just so I've got my my brewing legs under me when the chance comes to play this again. Cheers. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh, never mind. There's my finished bottle rendered out. Can I put it on the table? No, it's just sort of there. Whoa. I had 6 of them. Whoa. Can I stow this? No. Get that beer. Wait until next season. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, sit down after a long, hard week.